Thank you, Chris. And that concludes our discussion forum for another year. Once again, thank you to the wonderful speakers and to all of you who contributed to the day's debates. This is a particularly poignant moment for me, as this is my last forum as chair and my last year as an AWF trustee. I was fortunate enough to become a divisional representative in 2001, a trustee in 2006, and chair in 2011. The last 5 years of chair have been amazing, and I'm grateful and really honoured to have worked for this charity, and I'm proud of what we've achieved. I am sure that my successor will continue to take AWF in new directions and will be just as successful. I hope you've enjoyed the day and found it useful. Every year, I learn something new. We've heard a lot about education today and how it may or may not work in both non-traditional companion animals and throughout the food chain, with communication coming across as a key theme of the day. We heard about Kristen Reyer's work on motivational interviewing, which the AWF has funded, and you'll find a little bit about that on page 9 of your booklet. This can be used to engage individuals to persuade them to do the right thing. This is particularly pertinent when we talk about antimicrobial resistance again, which we did. And we're in very good company because this was recently discussed at the G7. And as we heard, it could lead to changes in antibiotic use in farm animals and real animal welfare concerns. Mark White cited evidence as critical before changes were made to farming systems. David Main similarly talked about the importance of communication and how important it was that veterinary input should be evidence-based. Sue Lockhart also talked about communication, or more importantly, what she termed building a relationship. And I was very pleased to hear that Sainsbury's requires all own-label meat and fish to be pre-stunned. Frida updated us on the Links project after her 2013 presentation, with educational material produced with the aid of AWF and financial support very kindly given from the Margaret Giffen Charitable Trust. And it was very, very good to hear that the Links project was going from strength to strength. In our final session on the 10th anniversary of the Animal Welfare Act, Mike Radford suggested that their potential was as yet unfulfilled. He particularly noted the lack of secondary legislation, the discretionary nature of local authority inspectors to enforce the Act, and the lack of a central register of disqualification orders. Michael Park underlined some broad themes in the animal welfare issues of livestock and outlined tools to address them, including care and improvement notices and disqualification orders. However, these tools did have some limitations, including compliance, how to take possession of animals, and the really great difficulty of gathering evidence. David Bowles described an initial increase followed by a significant decrease in prosecutions under the Act in the last 10 years. And interestingly, he told us that the RSPCA issue non-statutory welfare notices with very, very high levels of compliance in the companion animal species, forming part of its education of failing owners. Today's themes of education, communication, and the Animal Welfare Acts were really well brought out by our speakers and discussed by all of you, for which I thank you all on behalf of the AWF trustees. Before you leave, please complete a feedback form, which you'll find on the back page of your brochure, just here. Just drop it in the blue box on the registration desk. It really won't take very long, and we do read and use your feedback to plan for the next forum. If you're rushing to catch the next train, you can also feedback online by visiting the Contact Us page on our website. If you're coming to the House of Commons reception tonight, please allow about 20 minutes to get through security and walk to the terrace pavilion. Make sure you bring your invitation so they let you in. And please keep your badges on so that the other delegates and MPs can see who you are. If you look on page 8 of your brochure again, you'll see some suggestions of how to spend the short break between now and the reception. I'd also like to particularly direct your attention to page 10, where we will explain how you can get involved with AWF. You will see here that one of our trustees is doing a sponsored cycle, which you can donate to. As well as fundraising, some of you may be interested to know that we will be looking for 2 new trustees this year. If you'd like to know more about being an AWF trustee, please do get in touch. On behalf of the trustees, thank you very much for attending today. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we have, and we look forward to welcoming you back next year. Thank you.